Up next, I would like to invite Mr. René Steenvoorden, accompanied by his partner Alex Lance from Google.
Hello.
Sure.
Hi.
Excuse
René.
Good to see you, René.
Is it true, the rumor, that we are the last couple?
Yep.
Did everybody survive so far? Is it okay? I have Alex wanted to do a dance if we really got boring.
Yes, if we have some time
We have that spontaneous event if we want to. Is this the moment?
Thank you very much for putting me on the spot right there. Thank you.
Doesn't there, yeah. René, great to see you. You have been on the road at Randstad for 5 years now.
Yep.
Your strongly customer-focused tech vision was accompanied by major organizational change. Tech is easy, change is hard. You said yourself.
Yeah.
What, in short, compromises your transformation?
Yeah, so at Randstad we're a global leader in HR services, but it's based out of 60 years decentral efforts now coming together. And our clients and talents are looking for more than just a transactional, here's an application or here's a vacancy and let's meet each other. They're looking at really being coached throughout their whole careers. They're looking at hiring people and then developing them and then reskilling them and continuing all these kind of services. So we're coming from a transactional sector very much into a partnership, a client-talent partnership. And that's a full transformation if you want to go there. But the hard part is if you can build all those kind of solutions and be using a huge amount of market labor information. And we got the biggest data lake when it comes to market insights. But if people don't use that information or they give it away for free, then it still doesn't add anything. So our biggest combination is where we can have touch and tech together. Tech and touch, we're having still that excellent human intervention, that interaction, but we use data to have a really fact-based discussion with you, not just a average conversation. So making customer experience great requires not only data, requires not only CRM, it requires also very much a mindset, a way that your consultants use that data to really interact in a human way. And that's hard. We're still working on.
René, you're there 5 years, you're successful. What was the hardest? Where have you struggled for the longest in order to overcome a problem? Can you make it tangible?
I think it's a combination, because we're not transforming IT or only digital. We're really rebuilding the company to be successful also for the next 60 years. So making sure that you also have a clear business strategy, that the organization is changing, that the procedures are improved, is all important, not just the technology part. And the hard part is to bring that together. And often we see that IT is used as a spearhead. We're kind of going first. We were the first function to be global, the first function to be using global solutions at scale. But the colleagues need to follow as well, the finance, the HR, the marketing folks. And that takes time. It takes more time than I'm an impatient guy. But yeah, it takes years to get the full organization to change, not just the IT function.
You have the ear of the board. Did you tell them that they also should change success metrics in the market for their business?
Yeah, I'm part of the board and I'm also responsible for marketing. So that's a very nice combination. I really like, therefore, the Forrester presentation. Because you need that new kind of hybrid. What we are building is not IT. We should not even talk about it. It's a hybrid of technology, of finance, of HR, of marketing. And that means that all the board members need to be able to understand each other's expertise without being an expert, because nobody can be an expert on everything. Right? So we're having those debates, and there are tough debates, because they always believe that IT is too expensive and too slow. And I always believe that processes should be better and that the sales guys should ask or do a better job. But that's okay. That's a kind of collaborative effort.
You can see he's in marketing now also, right? Keeps talking, right? That's
cool. Yeah.
That's cool. All right, we got a visual, of course, to underline the story. So, Alex, why the partnership with Google Enterprise? But maybe why Randstad?
Good question. So, why Randstad? I think Randstad also chose us, but we also chose you, obviously. So I think, why would you partner with Google, specifically for your enterprise IT? And not to sound too cocky, but often we shape the future of IT. And we still try to do that, but this time together with our customers and our partners. And we try to focus. We want to make sure that they can focus on the day of tomorrow instead of keeping the lights on. And I think one of the good examples here is that we have multiple products at Google that have billions of users every day. And I think one of the cool factors is that we have that our customers can tap into those products. They can tap into the products that our engineers made for billions of users. And yeah, you can make use of that. And I think that's the true power of Google.
Right.
And why we chose Randstad? Or maybe we can also ask the question why Randstad chose Google.
Yeah, I think it's a very broad partnership, right? It started with, we were one of the first global Google Workspaces, it's now called customers. But we now also cloud, it's AI, there's a lot of things we do together. So it's I think you grow to each other. And indeed, we did a lot of interesting experiences. Some of them were successful, some of them failed. That's part of a partnership too, right? But overall, Google is now also a big client of Randstad, and that's
correct.
I think that's the best way that we are jointly tight, if you want. Huh?
Yeah, I think, and we also have a lot of respect for Randstad, that they made the decision almost 8, 9, 10 years ago to become a Google customer. And that's where I think the partnership and the relationship started, and we still try to focus on developing new products together.
Yeah.
So we take two companies with amazing cultures where books have been written about it and you merge them.
Yes.
What happens?
Fireworks.
Yeah. Fireworks. Yeah, and a good synergy between those companies. And I think like René said as well, we can learn from each other. And that's probably most of the interesting things to see. That we always said at Google, we say, launch fast, fail fast. And multiple projects we've done that. And that's a very cool company value that we both have at this time.
As part of my marketing function, we have a quite extensive customer experience team now. But we did a lot of joint research and design with Google, where Googlers actually went into our branches and learned how the real life was.
Yep.
I was telling you about it. The life of a branch manager means also people coming in and shouting that they need now their payroll, otherwise they will get fired or get evicted, and that kind of thing. So Google learned from us, but we also very much learned from them.
So if you put it in the context in terms of we got a glimpse where you want to go, right?
Yeah.
So what does it need to happen? What does need to happen, technically, culturally, or managerial?
It's that merger of opposing things. It's being local and market-driven and using global skill. It's being IT and being marketing and sales. And I hate the word business, unless procurement calls me business, then it's okay. But that's we need to be way more integrated and being both stable and innovating, being both customer-oriented and great for your own employees. That's, I think, the hard part to do for all of us. How to marry all those opposing forces, become the new hybrid, if you want.
And what does it mean for your leadership then?
That we need to understand each other way better than we used to be, right? It's not good enough just to understand IT or marketing or finance. You need to understand each other's businesses and then jointly create new functions like product managers and product owners. Hard functions to find, but they are the new hybrids, the new people out there. And I think it's a good team for one of our next sessions.
Right, so we can elaborate hours on this, right?
Definitely,
We can
like always.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank René and Alex.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.